He's had chlamydia about 3 times recently. Like, CVS is like his Cheers. He walks in, they know his name.
All right,
they just toss a bottle at him, he grabs it.
Doxycycline, and they know what's up. But I've made a commitment now to my family and to myself to just, I'm celibate. I'm only going to have sex with a woman who I think could potentially one day be my girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And guys on the side.
So you,
and guys on the side.
yeah. But so then you had an addiction, do you think?
I was a full-blown sex addict, a full sex addict. Just unprotected sex with everybody. And I think the wrong people won the war. I'm kidding. Trump 2020.
You guys feel mad about Pearl Harbor?
What? Yeah. No, I'll never eat sushi. They're still the enemy. I'm still at active war with the Japanese army. No, my grandfather, I swear to God, my grandfather fought in World War II, and he wouldn't eat sushi to the day he died. He would say that's enemy food. He wouldn't eat it.
You know what I'm tired of that shit?
Can
I say something?
I think it's stupid.
When Americans go, it was a sneak attack. They were angry about it, right? But that's war. That's war. What is Emperor Hirohito supposed to call Roosevelt and go, hello?
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
How's the family?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to attack you tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? He wouldn't do that.
You know what? That's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah.
It's strategic.
Yeah.
No.
They're sleeping in Pearl Harbor and they don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Go time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And listen, babe, it was a sneak attack, but it's like, I get why they had to do what they had to do. I get why the Japanese had to do what they had to do. We were not treating them fairly, treating them like second-class citizens since World War I. And then they came and then we stopped fucking paying for their oil. We stopped the oil. We said, we're not giving you any more oil to take over fucking China. So they said, listen, babe, the only thing we're going to have to try to blow the Pacific fleet out of the ocean. It didn't work. Yeah, and then the whole country got put in a microwave. But that's just what's going to happen. Yeah. But I'm not, but what I'm saying is,
you
I
mess
don't
with the boys,
blame
that's
the
what
Japanese. You mess with the boys. You woke up the boys.
Yeah.
It's a situation. It's unfortunate that happened, but I do not blame the Japanese for doing what they did. And I also, war is disgusting. It's ugly and it sucks, but it's not going anywhere.
But but do you think, this is probably open for debate, but do you think that nuclear bombs was a little too much?
I think
it's a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, right?
I think
it's a little.
I'll say this. I think the second one was a lot. You didn't have to do the second one. And the first one is debatable. I wouldn't have chose to use it, but think about the other options from the Allies' point of view. They said we're going to lose 1 million soldiers if we invade Tokyo. Or we can just drop some nuclear juice on these people and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was right. I don't think it was right what the United States did. I do not.
Just don't call it juice.
But
juice.
Don't call it
weird.
juice.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a
It's a little bit more of a boo-boo. Juice made it sound a little more friendly.
It's like, well, they
want
kept
some apple
saying,
juice here.
Well, no, they kept saying, well, listen, Truman kept saying to Japan, he said, just give up. Your country's lost, give up. And the Japanese pride said, we're not going to do it, we're not going to do it, we're not going to do it. So he said, you're giving us no choice. Either you give up by today, and we're not, or you're going to be a bento box. And then that's what happened. You know what I mean? And I know that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be a little traumatized after that.
I don't, and I'm saying it's wrong.
Yeah,
I know it's wrong, but it's like, it's war. You got to give up. George Washington. My fascinating with George Washington. One of the best books I ever read, 1776, about the start of our country. They said the best thing about George Washington is what his number one quality was, is he was able to see things as they were, not as he wishes they were. So he was very good at withdrawing, and he would say, when other generals would say, no, we have to attack them for the pride of our country, say, no, we're going to get fucking smacked by these red coat cuties if we take one more step further. So he'd say, we will withdraw. And then he constantly did that and played that game, and then we won our independence, where the Japanese were saying, I want to see things as I wish they are. I think we can beat them. And it's like, babe, you can't. With the United States of America, we got the boys, and we're charged up because you did a sneak attack, you sneaky fucks.
Well, the problem also...
And do you remember everything about him?
I remember. It was 2 brothers.
You got skull-fucked by brothers?
One of them held me down, the other one pumped me.
Oh,
so
shit.
I was sitting down.
They were the road warriors of rape.
So here's what happened. I was like the runt of the group. I was 10, 11 years old, and I would hang out with 14, 15-year-old kids. That's how I grew up. I was always like the little one, but they would hang out, whatever. So I was taking a shit, and they were all in my house. And I used to do all things. I mean, I remember one time they made me dress up. I got like butt naked and put on my mother's high heels and a Miami Dolphins hat, and I went and opened the door for the Chinese food guy, and they pushed me out, and they locked the door, and it was just me and him, and the guy wouldn't, the guy was like, get away from me, and I was just butt naked with my mom's high heels on, in the middle of a summer day in New York City. So I just went, so that thing, they would do things like that to me, which I was mistaken for love. I was like, it's just they're razzing me because I didn't realize that they were abusing me. You don't know. So then I'm taking a shit one day, and one of them held me down, and just the other one fucking pumped me. It wasn't a gay, it probably was a subconsciously gay thing, but it was just to show dominance over me.
Yeah.
But in the long run, I don't really regret it because and I'm not talking. I'm not disrespecting them all. They're still actually close friends of mine. I'm totally over it. But I've excelled in parts of my life where they have not, because I was motivated to be like, you guys did. Once I started to realize what was happening to me, I was like, I'm going to destroy you now in every part of my life.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
I have questions.
Please.
So it happened
So do
while
I.
you were. This happened while you were taking a shit. Was the shit coming out at the time? And do you have any weird anal fetishes?
Good question.
I don't have any weird anal fetishes. I was shitting. I don't remember actually if it was like mid-turd or the turd hit the bowl or whatever. But I do remember like I was shit. Like I was.
Do you still take your time in the toilet, or do you shit quickly and leave now?
Wait a second. Let me interject here.
Yeah.
She's making a very good point that maybe you're not cognizant of.
Yeah, tell him.
Because this is what he does.
Yeah.
He runs the water while he shits.
Right.
And but he leaves the door open, which is a strange.
I do the same thing, and you
thing.
know what?
Yeah.
I was molested by brothers,
Interesting.
What the fuck is going on here?
Maybe I keep.
and I have to ask him. The water has to be on.
I can't. My body will not. I can't pee or poop unless the water's on.
Or the door open. I
Or
have to leave the door open.
Or sound. There has to be sound. I put the water on here when I just peed.
In August, I relapsed after 17 years of sobriety because my dad died, right? And I realized I had a lot of trauma growing up, but I never even thought about it.
Right.
You know what I mean, in all my life, right?
Right.
Because he had changed over time, but I had to go to a institution and deal with this trauma that I endured. So do you think that you felt any trauma from that at 12?
I don't. If I did feel it, I haven't dealt with it yet. But I don't. I genuinely don't care. Like I won't use their last. That's why I won't even use their last names, because I don't want to hurt them. I'm not mad at them. I'm genuinely. Right. I'm so happy. I would not change one thing about my life, because I see what they go through in their life and how because now they're always at my shows, and then I played basketball. I excelled in sports past them, and it was always like they were always at my events, and the newspaper articles in there were always about me, and I'm not beating my chest about that, but I'm just saying I know, like, their mothers would ask my mother, hey, how can our kids be more like Chris? He's doing well in these parts of his life. And I'm like, oh, it's because you abuse. I used it, I feel, for positive. But I'm not totally convinced that one day I won't just blow my head off with a t-shirt gun.
But you can be like, I have that same like pragmatism about just being molested, and like it doesn't affect me mentally. It comes out through other ways of like excessive sweating and weird things that I didn't realize until I was like much older. Where I'm like, oh, this fucked me, but in ways that don't involve
I bite my nails, I bite my fingernails, I bite my toenails, I scratch myself. So
don't you love success revenge? Like when I was in high school,
Favorite.
right, at the last day of school, the hottest girl at school went to my friend Craig and goes, I'll see you over the summer, this and that. And then she comes to me and she goes, I'll never see you. Good luck.
With it. Like, even me, like it happened to me. I was on this show on Netflix, and I got fired for a joke because there was an international like competition, and the Chinese team was competing, and they fell off the obstacle course into the water, and they called it the Beast Blood, and I didn't say that. The competitor's name was Bin Feng, and I said, there goes Bin Feng into the duck sauce. Now,
USA.
And the hypocrisy was I got fired, whatever.
For that,
I got fired. Free comedian. But Bin Feng retweeted the clip of me saying that. Bin Feng, who I said it about, was very happy. He's like, hilarious, it's so funny, blah, blah, blah. He wants to come to my comedy shows, but I got fired by this fat white woman named Barbara.
Yeah, it's
because
weird.
Barbara has to fucking stand up for China when it's like, you're fat fuck, you have duck sauce on your fingertips. And then, you know what I mean?
I love that.
So it's like, so it's the same thing with the middle of the country caring about it's like everybody wants to do the job for everybody else. It's like, relax, man. Like, relax. Like, we don't have to do all these things. Like, you have to hire a black man and a woman. That demeans them. Yeah. We're all equal. That demeans them.
Yes.
Like, let everybody be fair and square. Well, where it's 2020, it's like, I understand there's still subtle racism or maybe major racism in parts of the country, but it's like, we get it. Like, come on, man.
Especially in show business, it's hard for everyone.
Right.
Even in 1999.
Yeah.
When I got Mad TV, they didn't want an Asian.
Right.
They had never had one. They even said to my agent, he's not going to get it.
Right.
Right. And then when I did get it,
Yeah.
right, it felt there was no movement, or Asians weren't the it thing,
No.
right? But I still had the opportunity
Yeah.
And I hit it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
And I got it. Yeah. And that's America.
It's America.
It's hard for everyone.
It's hard for everyone. And even like where I come from, like deep Brooklyn, like I got a father, like a fucking father that was like in and out of jail, like deep Brooklyn father. I've never heard that man, and you would see this guy in a TV show and be like, oh, that guy's the most racist guy ever. I've never heard that man utter a racial slur unless his team didn't cover the spread. Yeah. But other than that, he's just kind. He's opened his doors when there was a big flood. Hurricane Sandy devastated New York in 2012, and Staten Island got ravaged. And my father's house was a little inland, so my father, but the houses on the shore got destroyed, mostly Latino families. And my dad rented a U-Haul truck every single day and went down and helped them and did all that, and even had 2 different families live in his house for 2 weeks each, took their kids to school and all that. But my dad's just from a time, so he's doing the right thing. My dad's just from a time though where like he likes to have like little jokes. Like the guy, the leader of the family, the father, his name was Juan. My dad called him Jose. He just didn't give a fuck. You know, he would be like, oh, hide the silverware, like old school dad hack jokes. You know, be like, are you in a gang? The kid's 3 years old, like shit like that. But the act was, I'm going to help because I love people. So when you try to take away words now in comedy, it's like somebody would call some like woke fucking social justice warrior would want to like tie my dad up and fucking burn him at the stake like he's a witch. And it's like he's doing more for the community and to push racism back and push progress.
With the history, Hyenas.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, my boyfriend and I have been together for a little over a year, but we've been close friends for 5+ years. Everything's been great recently, but on Christmas Eve, I had a gut feeling to go through his phone. I never go through his phone, but something in the back of my mind was telling me to. I used his sleeping face to unlock his phone with Face ID. And I found out he was exchanging naked photos with 15 transgender women on Kike.
Yeah.
I ended the relationship, but now I'm left with the insecurity that I look like a man. I know it has everything to do with him, but my insecurities are now down to 0. I'm still in love with him, yet hate him at the same time. Any good advice?
First of all, that is a genius move to use his sleeping face.
Mm-hmm. That's so smart.
Yeah. There's so many women listening to this right now going, yeah, I'm doing that tonight.
Yeah.
That's really good.
We've been doing that.
What did you find in Bobby's?
That's not novel.
I think, you know what I think? I think that if she's saying that she still feels positive, or is it a guy or a girl? Is it a gay relationship? Or
no, it's a girl.
I was saying if she still feels positive around him, maybe that's just a part of his brain sexually that it's got nothing to do with her, where he's like, you know what, I love you, I'm not going to cheat on you, but in this other realm, in this fucking, cyberspace realm, I want to do that, and that's okay. Let his mind do that. But as long as he's still respecting you and making you feel secure, then I don't see there's any reason to break up with him.
I agree. I think that when I was younger, I felt this this need to know everything about my partner, and that's so unrealistic. Yeah. There are just some things that will never be explained to me, and you're right about the feeling positive, where that's what drove me to not feel a certain type of jealousy that I felt in my 20s. It's just like, you know what? If it feels good at home, if I'm receiving the love, if he's kind to me, I'm cool.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, years ago, I was jerking off to a porn. It was a close-up shot of this woman blowing this guy, and I was going, I like it,
Yeah.
And then, and then it panned out, and it was a dude.
Okay.
Right? But I still came. I didn't feel guilty about it. It was also a kind of erotic in a weird way, right? I didn't feel any kind of shame about it. And maybe that's just a fetish thing that he has, but I don't think it has nothing to do with he views you as a dude. That's
I don't think so either.
I think there's, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I think we're all guilty of this, but I think that there's narcissism in her point. I'm not shitting on her for it. I'm just saying it's like this is not about you at all. This is all about him. For you to internalize that is like that's the problem there. It's like how does he make you feel? Because that's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, and I think if it's always made me feel closer to Bobby to know that he has sucked dick. And it's a weird thing that a lot of people don't understand.
Dude, LA's different.
All breathe.
Breathe.
No, but it's like it's
the McLaren brothers. Like I was right about
LA is different.
That's fucking whoa.
You're talking to your girlfriend. I just really like this guy. I mean, she sucked a few dicks, and it's just nice. It's just different.
I like it. Yeah.
I like that I feel he's elevated in that way.
Yeah.
Where he's not some fucking bro so scared of his, you know what I mean, of his sexuality. Like, I'm into it. And I think this girl thing, you're right about the narcissism thing. Like, it goes back to how she feels about herself immediately.
Yeah, you don't have to be in.
Dude, Bobby's always dated chicks with, like, androgynous features. And yeah, there's a part of me that believes he does like me because I'm flat chested and kind of buff. But you know, it goes back to the dick sucking. Maybe one day.
Okay. All right. Hello. Is this
What
on?
I'm saying.
Anywho,
Hold
I'm
on.
sweating. I don't know why. I suck 6 dicks. That's it.
6 ain't bad, dude.